y'all. I'm Mimi, aka the Piscean Seer, and this is one of your daily collective messages. Okay, like and subscribe if you get anything out of this. Thank you to those of you who do like, subscribe, and comment. It is greatly loved and appreciated. Okay, God, archangels, ancestors, ascended masters, all beings of light only are welcome into this reading. Please give the Piscean Seer collective the best and most accurate information for them at this time. The spirit was like, put some makeup on, okay? Turn the music up. Like, you need to change your energy, okay? So that's why I'm here. So, we're about to talk about Doritos, okay? I was sitting here eating Doritos, okay? Don't ask me why I was eating. I was eating like the bottom little crumbs, And Spirit was like, Doritos. I was like, Doritos? Like, yeah, Doritos. So I found this dope ass website where you can look up letters, okay? It's called wisdomtavern.com. I'm about to pull it up so it can help me. Show me what it can do. Take a picture for me, please. Just hold on 1 second. I have to type it all slow as shit. Okay. So it's dope. It looks like this. It says top 10 Pisces spirit animals. That's funny. But look, and it's got the koi fish. But no, it has a section called esoteric letters. And you can just go and click whatever letter and it'll tell you all about that letter, okay? So Doritos, okay? And Spirit had me pick up. They had me pick out from this Kali deck a card for each letter, okay? So, and then they had me look into it, but then it was like, okay, pull up the website. So we're going to try to keep it short, okay? We're going to try to keep it short, but there are no promises. This is the first card, okay, for D. And it says Dharma of Kali, okay? I was like, I know I pulled out the book. And it's number 37, which equals 10, okay? So maybe I feel like everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of people are closing out a really, really big cycle right now, okay? Because that's what 10 is really about. Let me see. But it's also about like beginnings too. All right, so it says, her every action is infused with loving purpose. Every challenge and every opportunity in your life exists by her divine design. Her spiritual intelligence is within your heart. Turn this down because it's not match what I'm reading. I might turn this off, okay? I might turn off this music because seriously, I need to focus. Focus with that damn music playing. Okay, it says, when you trust in your integrity and proceed according to your soul's values, you are trusting and empowering her to be at cause in your life. Everything that is happening is part of how your prayers are being answered. A new order is to be established. You are being led into it. Okay, so when you pick D, it tells you all about D. Okay. The symbols of D are a door, womb, knowledge, completion, and hands. Okay. So when I looked up door, I got opportunity or imprisonment, right? Because meaning basically any door that you walk through, that you choose to walk through, okay, it's either an opportunity or it is, it could be a trap. Right. Okay. So it says a transition, a passageway from one place to another. So like I was saying, we're all going through this big ass transition. A lot of the energies are changing, and it's more obvious to some than others, but I think it's catching on. I like to think that it's catching on. Okay, let me see how this sounds. Okay, Oh, it sounds like a commercial first. Okay, so anyways, okay, we're all going through this big transition, okay, and some notice more than others, but like I said, that's just catching on. It says often used to symbolize the passage from one world to another in religion, mythology, and literature. Okay, so the womb represents the great mother, symbolized by the cave, and symbolized by the cave, and is the sum total of all possibilities, okay, all potentials. It is fertility and abundance. It's like you have to just know that like everything is possible, right? You have to have this feeling of like, okay, every day is great, every day is a great day, even if there's shit going on, it's like it, but the best way really to fight it is to not focus on it. It's like the more attention you give to it, the more you worry about it, then it is. But that is not to say, to hide it or to suppress what the fuck's going on in any way, because there's a lot of bullshit going on in the world, okay? But they're saying like, um the way that you react to it is more, it's like we need to be coming at it from like what can we do from where we at type of type of place, we all need to be doing our part. That's how we gonna make shit better, by everybody being aware of, how to come into your higher self so that we can all make higher decisions as a collective. Okay. So then that's when we'll be at our most fertile, where we receive all of our abundance from. God blesses us for being loving, caring, compassionate, okay? But also, proactive action forward, movement. Like, what are you doing? How can you get out of where you are at to be able to make a difference? You have to take little steps from where you at, okay, to get somewhere bigger, but you also need to be in constant search of the truth. I don't want to be too long winded with this, but spirit is telling me this, okay? So knowledge, okay. Okay, so speaking of knowledge, okay, the definition of knowledge is facts, information, skills acquired by a person through experience or education, okay, the theoretical or practical understanding of a subject. The example was a thirst for knowledge, okay? So you should have a thirst for knowledge, really. You should be me. I'm always trying to fucking learn something. It's like I be wanting to just sit down and watch TV, but even while I'm watching TV, I'm like over here taking notes, I'm like watching TV, listening to a video. Oh, what does that mean? Let me look that up, I'm never really not learning something, okay? And spirit's always pushing me to learn new things, and I really do love it. Like, I really do learn a lot of very interesting things doing this, okay? Very informative and helpful things that are helping me on my path, and since it's my job to share it, then it's even better. Hold on, let me get my ring. You might need to get some amber, okay? My amber ring fell off. Y'all might need to get some amber, okay? It's so number two is awareness, okay? A familiarity gained by experience or a fact or situation, okay? Example is the program has been developed without his knowledge. So it's like you guys have been developing more than this whole time into this whole thing, without your knowledge. Like, spirit is amazing, I mean, they can teach you so much, but really your soul chose to come here, okay? Your soul already knows what it needs to learn. So it's like when you run into an issue or you run into a problem, that's why it's really important to learn to see it from a higher perspective and learn that bigger thing. So not only are you not attracting that kind of energy back to you by complaining and fussing about it, but you're also growing on a soul level, okay? So completion, okay, it says the action or process of finishing something. It says the example is funds for completion of a new building. Okay, so you might want to you might want to be trying to build some type of foundation, is what I heard. Okay, some type of business. Trying to hear what they're saying. Okay. There's something else. Okay, some sort of building, some sort of building you need funds for, okay? Spirit saying that's going to be done, okay? It says a successful forward progress, okay? Dim, is that on here too? Yeah, okay. So, I'm getting ahead of myself actually. So the spiritual meanings of the letter D is divine death, demerge, diva, ds, and delta. Okay, and it has a number. The number is 4, and it stands for development, discipline, desire, decision, dawn, day, digital, and deed. Okay, which I feel is the most important word in that. Like I said, it takes actions too. It's like yes, I do yoga and I do, I burn my rooms and I burn my candles and all of that, but none of that matters without the action that I take daily with spirit to make something happen. Okay. So, um, Dimerge, I don't know how to say it. Demiurge, I think. Okay, a demiurge is a craftsman or an artisan. Okay, but gradually came to mean producer and eventually creator. You are a producer. You are a creator. You're here to produce and create. Period. You're not here to just take, 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 take. You're here to make something that only you can make. Okay, that could possibly influence millions of other people to make and build what they here to create. People don't really look at their existence like that. As people, we get caught up in, our issues, our schedules, and everything that we have to do. So, it's really important to take time out of your day to think of it from this type of perspective. Okay, it says, Diva, a member of a class of divine beings in the Vedic period, which is in Indian religion, are benevolent. Okay, so it's like we're benevolent creatures. I know that sounds like because it's like what angels are benevolent creatures, but we are too. Okay, you're just in human form right now. Some of us are angels. Okay, some of us are way more powerful than we know, and it's funny because you are trained to doubt that. Okay, you are literally everything that is presented to you in this world is to make you doubt your own power and your own worth and what you actually can accomplish in this world. Okay, especially if you are a minority. There's a lot of opportunities that are taken, but at the same time, there's a lot of opportunities that are offered to us that isn't offered to people that that aren't our race. There's a lot of reason. I mean, there's a lot of ways to um, receive help, but I wouldn't advise that. I would have faith and rely on God and use what you got, grow where you're planted. Okay, because at the end of the day, this country, they really don't give a fuck about us. Okay, they don't give a shit. The people that run our country, they don't give a fuck about us. Okay, they don't care. We're numbers, we're statistics. Okay, and it's really important for you to understand that shit. Okay, it says Delta and an area of low flatland, sometimes shaped like a triangle, where a river divides into several small rivers before flowing into the sea. Okay, so it's like that's so deep to me, because it's like we are the water. You know what I'm saying? Our emotions is the water. It's like spirits activating each one of these little deltas. Okay, to turn us into this system where we're all flowing into the same sea. It's like we're not going in the same direction right now. Okay. And honestly, these notes did not make no sense to me when I was writing them. Like, what? Okay. But I see how they're hitting y'all with the shits. Okay. It says, 4 is the next thing that I took note on. Okay. It says, not burdensome, bringing no weight or oppression upon. Okay. So it's like we shouldn't be feeling burdened and oppressed. There's no reason, there's really is enough to go around. There's no reason why anyone should be, have to worry about their rent raising 3 times out of nowhere, or, what the fuck are they going to eat tonight? There's plenty. Like, look at all of the bush, look at all of the motherfucking Rolls Royces and chains and all of the shit. Look at all the shit. Where the fuck? Why the fuck isn't none of that money? Why does that shit even exist? What the fuck do we need that for? What is the fucking purpose of that shit? I'm not saying it's wrong to own that shit or to have that shit, because if you work hard, you should be able to attain nice shit. But why do it gotta cost so much? Like, it just, like, it is fucking, like, baffling almost, you know? But anyways, I fucking digress. Okay. It says the fourth letter in the Hebrew alphabet is Daleth, which is a letter of D in English. In esoteric teachings, Daleth represents the sacred room door, knowledge, all that stuff I just said. Okay. When the ancient Greek borrowed this concept, they called it Delta. Oh my gosh. I pretty much just touch all this. Okay. But okay, there's something though. So, you know how I was telling y'all that the cross is the unfolded cube, okay? The cross represents us, you know, coming out of the box that, you know, society puts us in from jump, you know, and excelling in our spiritual selves, you know, coming into our higher selves. Okay, it says the Egyptian hieroglyphic letter D is the symbolic hands of Osiris. Okay, the Egyptians believe that the function of the hands is to build the holy bottle, okay, the holy body, the holy temple or the body, okay, through our deeds. Thus, it is through our deeds of righteousness that we can become complete and perfect human beings, okay? It says D is the fourth letter whose numerical value is 4, representing the cube in numerology. In spirituality, the cube is the symbol of an enclosed man. This man is ignorant because his spiritual faculties are boxed in or undeveloped. This is fire. It says, then, thus, when we open the cube, it shows the representation of the cross that Jesus was crucified on. Symbolically, the crucifixion of Jesus signifies a man opens the door of spirituality and is born again with a body of light. Okay, so it's like you don't have to literally die and get crucified, okay, to be on a level that Jesus is on. Like, really, the crucifixion is symbolic of the ego death, okay, of you rising into your higher self. That's why it feels like you're doing all of this mourning and all of this crying and all of this purging, and it's like it feels wrong. Like, what is this? I really feel like I'm dying in this shit, but you're not fucking dying. You're getting rid of all of that bullshit, you know. But I mean, in a way, part of you is dying. The part of you that you no longer need, it's no longer serving you, and it's not serving anyone else either. It's the most important death ever. Okay, if you need that to free yourself, to be happy, like, you need to recognize where the fuck it comes from, because it comes from the inside out. Okay, it is. I can't even explain it. Okay, it says, but Lot's wife looked back and she became a pillar of salt. Boom. Thank you, Spirit. But Lot's wife looked back and she became a pillar of salt, bro, because she was stuck in the fucking cycle, okay? She was looking back over the bullshit and missing the salvation. She lost her salvation because she fucking looked back, okay? So now ain't no looking back for me. I'm going full speed of fucking head with God. What? Look back for what? For who? If God won't save him, what the fuck am I looking back for? It says in the Bible, when Lot's wife looked back at the city of Solomon, she became a pillar of salt. This represents the state of attaching to old habits and beliefs. When salt crystallizes, it crystallizes in cube shape, which is the symbol of the letter D. Like, for real, let me tell y'all, it's called wisdomtavern.com, okay? You can literally look up every single letter in the alphabet, okay? And it'll give you some deep ass shit. So, the positive traits of the letter D, it says it's the first letter of your name starts with D, you are disciplined, determined, decisive, and dependable in personality. The root of letter D is in the physical world, so you are here to be a designer whose dominion is the grand architecture of Earth. Okay. Damn, it says D is an enclosed letter, therefore you are sensitive, fixed, reversed, and domestic in nature. You may feel hard to breathe due to your limitations you set for yourself. In terms of spirituality, you possess the ability to feel the spiritual world. It is the ability to feel things before things happen, okay? Unlike the letter C, the letter D wants stability over unpredictability. You are likely to prefer a methodical, secure, and firm path towards success, okay? The negative traits of D are stubbornness, limitation, avoidance, and rigidity. Okay. D people take a serious approach to life. Your dark sides can be expressed in your personality as being super conservative, opinionated, and materialistic. You know what? I'm going to run through the whole alphabet for y'all on another video. Okay. But let's get into O, okay, because we're doing Dorito right now. Okay, so 3 is the number 3 card, okay, of course. Kadlahara is it. It's so pretty, huh? That shit is bomb. I was just sitting here staring at it for a second. It just like catches all of your attention. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. Okay. It says she is not bound by appearances, opinions, or material limitations. She is both void and the infinite creative potential that arises from it. Do not be afraid of uncertainty. If you feel you are without resources, take comfort now. Where there is lack, she restores abundance. She can bring forth exquisite blessings and glorious manifestation from the sacred expanse of nothingness. Your soul can rely upon her completely. Cast your fears away. Hers is the power of the universe combined with the generosity of grace. Okay. So it's like with your universal power, once you tap in and realize you're one with everyone and everything, okay, and you get that universal power going, and then you throw the grace of God in that, ooh, you are unstoppable. Okay. You're like a fucking train once you do that. Okay. So what did I get for the letter O? I'll tell y'all right now. I might just read. I might just read to them. But I like how, they gave a little extra on the notes. They're needed, okay? It says O symbol is the all-seeing eye, wisdom, understanding, okay? The spiritual meaning is occultism, oracle, organism. The numerology value of O is 15 and 6, okay? It stands for optimism, oxygen, and optimal. So when I looked at the all-seeing eye, I got the eye of providence meant to represent divine providence, whereby the eye of God watches over humanity, okay? And then they got the nerve to have that shit on the dollar bill, because they really think that they're running with God. You know what I'm saying? They really feeling like, they're gods. That's the funny part. Like, they're godless. Therefore, this is a godless country. Until the leaders of this country are leaders with God, then this is a godless country, period. And they can say, what the fuck it say? And that motherfucking that bullshit. I can't even say it. Spirit won't even let me say it. I know the words by heart. Spirit won't even let me say that shit. Spirit won't even let that come out my mouth, nigga. Okay, you know where they be putting God at, acting like they represent him, but they really not. It says wisdom. I got experience, knowledge, and good judgment. Okay, the quality of being wise. Listen to his words of wisdom. Okay, so always be on the lookout and be listening to the words and wisdom of God. Okay, that's where it's at. That's where it's all at. That's where the truth about everything is at, in the wisdom of God. Okay, so it says understanding. They had me look up the definition. It says the ability to understand something, comprehension. Okay, foreign visitors with little understanding of English. Okay, it's like we're foreign to this land, bro. We're not from here. Okay, that's why we're like, what the fuck is this? I don't like, this does not compute. This is stupid. Why are we operating like this? Because it's dumb. Okay, it really is as fucking stupid as you think it is, and it really doesn't make any sense until you come out of it and you like, damn, I was on the motherfucking, what is that little wheel that the rat's running on? Okay, chasing the fucking cheese. Because we're on Doritos. Okay. Look, let me keep going. Okay, I'm a total nerd. Okay. It says the next definition of understanding is sympathetically aware of other people's feelings, okay? Tolerant and forgiving. People expect their doctor to be understanding, okay? It's like these doctors don't even fucking understand you, bro. They don't even understand you, especially with the way that your DNA is changing right now. Like the doctors really don't understand you. I mean, it's like if you got a really big illness or ailment going on with you, then sure, of course, by all means go to the doctor. If it's really bad, then go to the doctor, because there is things they could do, but for the most part, once you're healthy, all you have to do is just keep yourself healthy. You really can listen to spirit on exactly what to do to keep yourself healthy and whole, and you really don't need a doctor. Like, I don't need to go to the doctor. Not to say I never go to the doctor, because I would flip the fuck out at the littlest sign of anything. Okay. And I'm at the doctor. I'm in the emergency room. I don't go to the doctor. I'll be going to the emergency room. Like, when I need to throw me, I go to the emergency room, okay? And they be like, it's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with you. Get out of here. But these doctors, they really don't understand much about the human body, okay? Like, because there's the big, magical part of the explanation that's just missing, okay? Because you also need to have spiritual alignment to have true health, okay? That's what spirit said, okay? Thanks. It says occultism. Oh no, it says having insight or having good judgment is also having understanding. So if you have good insight, if you have insight and you have good judgment on the situation, then you understand it. It says occultism, esoteric supernatural belief in the existence of secret, mysterious, or supernatural agencies, knowledge or use of supernatural forces or beings. Okay, so it's like people hear occult and they think, oh my God, that's evil, that's the Illuminati, that's the devil. But no, like I keep saying, magic is neutral. It is all about the intentions in which people use magic. And everybody that uses magic with a bad intention always ends up getting fucked up, because they sent that intention out to the universe, and karma doesn't discriminate between good or evil. Whatever you're putting out, that is literally what you're getting back. So oracle, okay, it said priest or priestess acting as a medium through whom advice or prophecy was sought from the gods in classical antiquity. Okay, so I would classify as an oracle. My stats and charts and shit really literally say that I am a seer, though, so that's why I chose the name seer. Okay. Look into your birth chart and things, okay? Those will tell you a lot about you, about who you are, okay? About what like activity, what activities, behaviors, attitudes to avoid. You really want to shoot. This is why they're always talking about going north, okay? You're going towards your north node, okay? So if you read about your north node, okay, I don't know why I just stuttered. If you read about your north node, okay, you will learn about what you're really supposed to be doing in this life and what type of person you really should be. If you read your North Node and you feel like that doesn't match with what you're doing, then just make little changes, until you're happy and you're feeling satisfied. But you will be able to see the difference, okay? So the number 15, it says to do good, okay? And when I in my Who is God video, we all know that God is good, okay? To do good is to do God all the time. Okay. So I wrote next to it God's work, okay? To do good, okay? Or God's work. So number 6 was Abel and the son of Adam, okay? So I looked up Abel and it meant breath or vapor, okay? And then I looked up Adam and it meant earth or soil, which really gives me, breathing exercises. Breathing more and staying grounded is very important, and it takes your ascension to like ridiculous heights. Okay, when I started really breathing and grounding myself all the time, that's when I really got a boost, in my ascension. I really started to feel it and really started to see the things that I was missing. Okay, so it says, let me see, where do I want to start? Oh, okay. So it says the early church used letter IN or O. IN means I, that's why, okay. It says to represent the all-seeing eye of God. This word is derived from the Phoenician word in, which also means I, okay? O stands for the spiritual power and the divine omnipotence, omniscience, and omnipresence of God, okay? Letter O is also used in sacred mantras such as Om Mani Padme Hum or just simply to elevate the ability of the mind and activate the chakras, okay? Interestingly, when we look at the shape of our eyes, it resembles the letter O. In pagan religions, eyes were regarded as a symbol of wisdom. Therefore, many of their arts depict gods and goddesses with big eyes, meaning that they want to emphasize the wisdom of that god, okay? Animals with sharp eyesight were also used to symbolize wisdom, such as owls or hawks, okay? So if the first letter of your wait, let me see. If the first letter of your name or your vowel starts with O, you are optimistic, objective, outstanding, and open-minded in personality. O's numerical value is 6. Therefore, O people's affairs are related to home, family, and service. Okay, you are a responsible person who wants to be useful and helpful to others. Due to the vibration of O, you are spiritually gifted with the ability to gain insights about spirituality, people, and things around you. Okay, as O represents sensitivity, faith, warmth, and self-expression, you can express this energy as having talents in music and arts. You have a good head about doing business. Okay, people with O in their names attract money due to their attractive forces. However, what you really want is to bring harmony and balance into your life. Okay, the negative traits of O are opinionated, opposite, and obscure. Okay, people can get a mark of self righteous, melancholy, and jealousy in their personalities. Then the energy of O is out of balance. You are prone to be suspicious, materialistic, and tyrannical. Okay, but that's only if you're in the negative traits of it. Okay. So next is R. Okay. This is Baharavi Yogini, I think. No, no, this is what we're not doing tablet, okay? Okay, so it says Sublime Baharavi, fierce with sacred rage, cannot be deceived nor deterred. She is unflinching, fearless, and determined. She causes that which is unworthy of the soul to flee and secures divine protection for the authentic soul path. Her presence empowers our hearts to face our fears and signifies that we are ready to overcome anything that has held us back. She gives the power to fulfill our hearts' desires and reminds us to embrace our unique path with confidence. Okay. So yes, R was the first one to have an astrological planet that I looked up. Okay, it said it was Saturn. When I looked up Saturn, I got ancient scythe or sickle. That's the symbol for Saturn. For Saturn, okay. Saturn was the god of seed sowing and also time. Of seed sowing and also time. Okay, wisdom, discipline, and karma are some things that Saturn represents, which I felt like I feel like now this is a very cohesive message, okay? But when I was taking the notes, I was like, this is not making any sense to me. Like, am I going too far with this letter thing? They're like, no, okay. So the symbols, my bad for bumping the mic. The symbols of the letter R is head, pineal gland, hawk, the spiritual meaning is ruffian, radiance, repentance, resurrection. Okay, the numerology value of the letter R is 18 and 9. And it the letters R stands for righteousness, respect, refine, and royalty. Okay, so when I looked up head, it said it was the head is a representation of death, morality, and unachievable nature of immortality. Okay, a lot of people feel like, it's impossible for them to achieve immortality, and so therefore they never do. Okay, but a lot of us have already achieved this level of immortality, this connection with God that ensures, we've entered into our contracts that we have with God to ensure that our soul lives on forever. And we've always made this choice. I'm a really, really old soul. I've reincarnated a lot of times, and I've always chosen God. That's what Spirit told me. You always done this. You've always done this. I watched a past life reader that read me for filth. Okay, it told me every single thing that I do now. But it was past life, which I thought was hilarious. I was like, damn, that's code. So I'm gonna get some past life cards. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna start doing past life readings because I'm really attracted to them, and that's kind of how Spirit works. Okay, so next was the pineal gland. The pineal gland is pine cone shaped. Okay. And when I looked up the pine cone, it said human enlightenment, resurrection, eternal life, and regeneration. Okay. So it all starts with the pineal gland. Okay. There's certain foods you can eat to help you with that, with strengthening your pineal gland. Okay. To eventually get your third eye to open up. Okay, but let me keep going because I didn't. That Spirit saying we're not getting into that right now. Okay, the hawk: intelligence, independence, adaptability, messages, clairvoyance, and spiritual awareness. Okay, then I looked up ruffian, which is a violent criminal or a troublemaker. Okay, which a lot of us, I mean, well, we're not violent criminals, okay, but a lot of us, have been little ruffians, I mean, low key, we was violent criminals, you feel me? Like, just think about it. You was fighting, you was getting high, you was doing all kind of shit, okay? You was a troublemaker, okay? I mean, some of you guys wasn't troublemakers, but I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm attracting people that, oh shit, are like me. I guess that's confirmation. I'm attracting people that are like me, okay? And so I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all was troublemakers in your youth, okay? But now you're matured, okay? So next we have radiance, okay? Light or heat as emitted or reflected by something. So you're emitting this light, this heat off of you, like your aura is popping right now. Or these are some of the things you could do to get it that way, okay? It says repentance. I felt like that spoke for itself. Everybody got to repent, period. If you don't, that's the first step is repentance. Okay. Facing what you done for yourself, with you and God. That's it. That's all you got to do. Repentance for resurrection, because resurrection is next. If you want resurrection, you need repentance. You cannot do shit without repenting to God for the things that you have done, and God is, an awesome God, a forgiving God, a wonderful God. Okay, He will hear you if you come sincerely, and really put that shit behind you. Okay, but some of y'all, I mean, some not y'all. I know y'all good, but nigga, some people they're beyond saving. Like they are traitors to God, and they going to hell for that. Nigga, they going to motherfucking purgatory. So 18, that's where the people that betray God go. They go to purgatory, okay? So 18 again was good, okay? And number 9 was Abilene. Okay, Abilene means stream, meadow, or grassy area. Okay, and then 9 also means a lost thing. Okay, so those who are not repenting for this resurrection, then the beautiful grassy meadow, for them to frolic in is a lost thing. Okay, they're not gonna experience the life or the energies that we're experiencing. Okay, because they're refusing to come to God. Okay, so um letter R corresponds to Resh or Reich, okay, in the Hebrew alphabet, meaning head. This letter is related to the spiritual faculty within our head, which is the pineal gland. When you look, oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all in a second. It says, when you look at this gland closely, it resembles the shape of the letter R. Pineal gland gets its name because it looks like a R. No, a pine cone, my bad. Let me show you. Let me show you what it looks like. Look at this. That's very interesting. Okay, so it says when this gland is activated, we will be raised up to the stage of spiritual illumination that eventually lifts up the veil of the unseen. Knowledge will come to us through the intellect, but by the intuitive knowing from within our body. This is, that is, we can acquire knowledge by learning, but we can only gain wisdom by living. I'm gonna say that shit again. We can acquire knowledge by learning, but we can only gain wisdom by living. Okay. In esoteric teachings, letter R means to rise above one's material thinking, to seek spiritual understanding. Okay. It is a symbol of resurrection, and this whole shit is symbolic of rising above that shit too, because I was just sitting here looking at the bag of Doritos, okay? Like, never would I ever before had taken those letters of the Dorito thing and put this whole shit together and really felt like it was gonna make something. I would have never put this together if I didn't, rise out of my own self. I really did spend a lot of time focusing on my pineal gland. Oh, sun gazing is really good for improving the pineal gland, okay? But make sure you do it before like 9, I want to say. Okay. Um, it says, it is the symbol of resurrection, which means to die in material shape and reborn again in spiritual form. In Egyptian school, occultists refer to the letter R as the standing position of Horus, who is a hawk god. As I said in the meaning of letter N, Horus is the god of thrice wise, symbolizing wisdom in action. Ooh, come on, spirit. It says his symbol is the hawk because of its power and action and vision. When the hawk captures a prey, it thrusts its wing to gain altitude, making sound. Okay. Therefore, letter R resembles the sound that the hawk makes to gain altitude. Ooh, fire. Okay. It is also said that the sound, the hawk of the hawk's wings, also symbolizes the root source of the name Horus, Heru, and Osiris, Asur. When we add this or sound to some verb, it will transform the verb into the actor. Okay. For example, hunt and hunter, or save and savior, or kill and killer. Ooh, I love them. I swear I do. Okay. So if the letter of your first name starts with R, you are reliable, royal, remarkable, and respectful in personality, as its numerical value is 9. R people love to inspire others with their unconditional love. 9 represents the end of a cycle, so people with R in their names are likely to be wise, knowledgeable, and powerful. Positively, you have a big heart and are willing to sacrifice your benefits for others. Your beautiful traits are compassion, selfless love, and understanding. You may be endowed with spiritual ability due to your high sensitivity. People whose names start with R are also religious and faithful as well. Okay. However, when R vibration turns negatively, you are prone to be rough, rude, and rebellious. People with R in their name can become very tyrannical in their actions and need it says you need to learn to guard against your over emotional tendency, jealousy, and bad temper. If you were to be offered a choice between spirituality and materiality, you should choose the spiritual path because it will show you how to complete your journey. Okay. But your name doesn't have to start with R for this to resonate. I don't think I need to say that. I think you heard what Spirit said. Okay. So yeah, yeah, we on I. And then what did I do? That's okay. I don't need the T notes. I can just read the T on here because I didn't take notes on T because I already did the other day. Anyways, this is the one for I. Okay. It's Yuga Shakti or Shakti. I feel like it's Yuga Shakti. 13. Come on, baby. So, her timing is fierce with compassionate wisdom. To love her is to honor her greater knowing. She demands the surrender of our futile attempts to control that which is beyond our sphere of understanding until that pain transforms into the sweet pleasure of release. Even the right thing cannot attain fruition at the wrong time. Trust her and be shown again and again that her divinely orchestrated workings of time serve you, okay? So her divinely orchestrated workings of time serve you faithfully with love and grace, okay? So I didn't even click on it yet. Okay, so I had a spiritual sense. The spiritual sense of I is taste. Okay, the symbol is fishing hook, fire, jet, and then it says jet slash spinal column, but it's jet with a D. Okay, it says spiritual meaning. I am intuition, initiation, insight, and intelligence. Okay, numerology value of I is 9, and it stands for ideas, income, interest, and intensification. Okay, so when I looked up taste, it says in Hebrew, it is the sense of taste or perception, okay, to perceive. That's why I'm always saying, watch what you eat, okay? Watch what you're putting into your mouth, okay? What are you perceiving? Watch what you are absorbing, what you're taking in, okay? The fish hook symbolized safe passage over water, brings good fortune and strength to those who wear it, okay? So, let me show you it. Oh. But they have like those like Hawaiian bracelets, necklaces with the fish hook on it, but it's like not like an actual hook. It's just fashioned like one. Okay, that's what they're talking about. People who wear those, you might have one of those Hawaiian fish hook bracelets. Necklaces, or maybe somebody has a fish hook bracelet. I don't know because I keep saying that. Fire, a symbol of divinity. Okay, jet, spinal column, Horus, cobra, serpent of Horus is what the jet spinal column thing is, which made me think of Kundalini. Okay, 9, the number 9. It says a lost thing or a way of being. That's what it meant when I looked it up in Greek. Okay, so a lot of us were, like these lost things out here in lost ways of being. Okay. So it says fishing hook, la la la, the spiritual teachings. Fish is symbolic of esoteric teachings. Thus, the letter I as the fishing hook represents the force that draws human beings into esoteric knowledge, okay, or the intuition. When we catch the fish, it symbolizes the activation of Christ's consciousness within us. Ooh. Okay, it says originally, letter I means Yod in Hebrew. The image of Yod is similar to that of a flame. Therefore, it resembles that heavenly light that manifested upon earth. Okay. All seekers of truth are the seekers of light, because without light, we cannot see and thereby wander in the darkness. Okay. The letter I means I-O in Latin. It, oh, goodness gracious. Hold on. The occultists refer to I as the higher self, a divine nature. Sorry, babes. While me is registered as the lower self or ego. When the Greeks took this concept, they changed the name to iota. Later, it became I in the Roman Empire, whose numerical value is 1. So, in fact, letter I looks like the number 1. That's clear. Okay. In the Bible, when God said to Moses, I am that I am, Exodus 3:14, and later declared, I am the existing one, he meant that there is only one God. Okay. It says, it is clearly stated in the first commandment, They put one in parentheses next to it, okay? Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Letter I represents the unity within everything, while am refers to the state of being whole, full, and united, okay? Thus, I am is the affirmation that God is existing in everything. In Egyptian mysticism, I represents the Jed, symbolizing the backbone of Osiris, okay? It is our spinal column where we raise the Kundalini serpents from the base of our spine. We will resurrect the dead, which are the inactivated chakra in our body. Okay, let me show you this. Okay, it says Jet or letter I is the backbone of Osiris. That's what the little letters under that picture says. It says Jed means pillar in Egypt because that's what letter I looks like. In lowercase, it resembles the image of a person. That's facts, okay? When we say I, it sounds like I. Thus, it is symbolic of the spiritual eye that sees beyond the physical world, okay? I be like, it's right in your face. It was right in our face the whole time. This shit it's been in our face forever. Like, it's just a trip, how spirit will guide you. Like, look at this, okay? This is the reason why letter I stands for information, intellect, intelligence, and insight, because it can enable you to enter the spiritual realm of the unseen. Okay, so um, if the first letter of your name starts with I, you are idealistic individual, inspired and intuitive in personality. As its numerical is 9, letter I blesses you with the power of understanding, um, spiritual abilities, and compassion. The vibration of I also increases your intuition, spiritual strength, and sensitivity. You are highly creative and possess an aesthetic sense for music and art. As I is a letter knowing is a letter of knowing and wisdom. I'm just skipping words now. Okay. It says you can decipher the meaning of abstract ideas and gain insights about spirituality and many works of art. I is like one. So people with I in their names are initiators and doers. You are also a humanitarian who loves to care and being helpful to people. Okay. The negative traits are, it says when the energy of I turns negatively, you are intolerant, moody, and arrogant. Your character will be on the opposite side of wisdom, which is ignorance. Being too critical of self and others is a negative trait of the letter I, okay? I'm over here like, my name is Miyoshi, okay? It got 2 eyes. No, but spirit definitely be telling me about myself, okay? Y'all better know it. Let me see. Dorit. Okay, so this one's T. The 11, okay. The Durga Kalika. So I'm about to tell y'all about T again. But first I'm gonna read this. So it says, she is fierce divine justice and unyielding resolution in favor of the light. She is every method and all means necessary to ensure success for the soul. She is unexpected victory arising at the moment when all seems lost, okay? Transforming tragedy into triumph. She is our spiritual sun, our light, and our ever radiant reminder that from darkest night and new dawn shall always arise, okay? Dare to trust more in your faith than your fear. For every problem that can arise, there are many more divine solutions unfolding even now, okay? So it's like, you don't really have any problems, okay? I keep telling you that. You ain't got you don't have any fucking problems, okay? Any problem that you perceive will be a problem, you have to, I mean, not saying just ignore the problems, but see the problem and then give the problem to God and then let God actually fix the problem. Like, don't fucking, obsess over it. Don't micromanage God. Okay. He does not like that. That makes it take longer. Okay. So, the symbol of T is the serpent, the roof, the cross, or the caduceus. Okay. It says the spiritual meaning is tarot, thoughts, teeth, unfolding spiritual nature. Okay, numerology of the letter T is 20 and 2. Excuse me. It stands for top, travel, tip, temper, and think. Okay, so T corresponds to two letters in the Hebrew alphabet. Okay, Teth, representing serpent or roof, and Tau signifying the cross. It seems that the two symbols are not related to each other. However, in many cultures, especially in Christianity, the serpent and the cross usually go with each other. See, this is the picture. Okay. It says spirituality Christians have been taught that the serpent represents Satan, or evil, while the cross symbolizes Jesus or good. However, in esoteric teachings, the letter T really mean the letter T really means is the Kundalini serpents rising from the base of our spines, reaching the roof of our head, which is the pineal gland. This spiritual experience is depicted in codices of Hermes. If you look closely, the codices really resemble the shape of the letter T. Let me show you. This is the codice's wand right here. Okay. It says the wing of the codices represents the power over or balance between two dual natures within our body, masculine and feminine, good and evil, Christ and Satan. When we balance our nature, we may be able to raise these two cosmic energies upward, activating each of the chakras. The unactivated chakras are called the dead. Therefore, when you awaken the dead, you awaken the chakras, which is the symbolic story of Moses raising the serpents in the desert. When you see a cube, it is also an emblem of the cross, a cube being unfolded in a cross. Thus, the letter T represents the unfolding spiritual nature, the cross that rises above physical limitation, the cube. Okay, look, it looks like this. And it says, as Teth is the last letter of the Hebrew alphabet, the spiritual meaning of the letter T represents perfection, completion, and returning to the original oneness of Aleph. Oh shit, I keep forgetting his name. Just take my shoe off. I keep kicking my dog on accident. Okay, the tetracytus of Pythagoras starts with the T, because symbolize. Wait, Pythagoras starts with T because it symbolizes, they left the it out, okay? It symbolizes the perfection of God's creation. According to Egyptian teachings, letter T represents the two front teeth of Osiris. They believe that when Osiris spoke, he talked with truth, which became teachings. Thus, letter T is the symbol of truth spoken by Osiris. On the day of judgment, our hearts will be weighed against the feather of Mayat, who is the goddess of truth, on the scale of justice. When we look closely at the scale, its shape resembles the letter T. In Egyptian mythology, if Osiris finds our heart in balance with the weight of the feather of truth, we will be accepted to live in the heaven forever. However, if our hearts are heavier due to the burden of sins, then we will be devoured by a crocodile-like animal. Look, this is the scale of Mayat, which looks like a T too. So this is the scale of Mayat, okay? It says letter T also represents the tooth of a cobra, which are its two fangs. Cobra is the symbol of wisdom and Egyptian mysticism. The name of Thoth is composed of TH plus TH, which means tooth plus tooth. Thoth or thoughts is the word tooth being said backwards, okay? So the meaning of T in your name, okay? So if the first letter of your name starts with a T, you are tactful, thoughtful, and trustworthy in personality, as T symbolizes the rooftop of a house, okay? Your nature is protective, helpful, and reliable. People with T in their names are willing to sacrifice their benefits to protect their family and others. T people need to unfold their spiritual consciousness to live a wait, to live up to their fullest potential. Geez, as the numerical value of T is 2, you are cooperative, diplomatic, and sociable. You deal with people wisely and love to help those who are in need. You are also a peacemaker who will resolve disharmony back to its natural balance. On the negative side, T people are private, secret, and mystical to others. Your sensitivity and timidity in personality can make you become unapproachable. People with T in their names can be frustrated, intolerant, and bad-blooded when they are not in the right mood, okay? Or, living life right, okay? So, I already did O because, the last letter in Dorito is O, okay? It's 44 Bahava, wait, yeah. Bava Tarini, that's how you say it. Bava Tarini. That's what I got for the last O, because they told me to pick a card for every letter. I think it's perfect, okay? We ended off with 44. No, we gonna end off with a crystal though, because they haven't pulled this book out. So I can open it and tell y'all something else. Um, the tantric priestess of karmic release manifests with the capacity to integrate higher divine energy into even the most stubborn patterning that has so far resisted healing. When momentum is building and you don't know how to stop fueling the fire or reverse the damage, she appears. Her presence indicates that this is a powerful time for spiritual work and healing practices. She will support the work, and much growth can come from it, particularly at this time. No matter how wild they may seem, the storms of your life shall be gentled. You shall emerge unharmed. Aww, y'all so sweet. Okay, look, lapis lazuli. Okay, I just read this yesterday for one of the videos. Oh, but kyanite is like, look at, because I fold like certain pages. Okay, sometimes. So look, it's lapis lazuli right here and kyanite. Okay. So I'm gonna give y'all both of them. Inner vision, truthful communication, royal virtues. This is what the lapis lazuli keywords are. The element is wind, okay, which really always makes me think about get your mind right, okay. Get your mind right. Um, oh, labradorite too. Okay, I'm gonna tell you about labradorite too. Let's see what else. So the affirmation for lapis lazuli. The affirmation for lapis lazuli is: I claim the sovereignty and power of my highest self, and I align myself with my highest truth. Fire. Okay. Let me see. The affirmation for labradorite is: I call forth the magic of higher awareness. Okay. The key words of labradorite are magic, protection, and wind. Okay, look, I have some labradorite in my pocket. Look, it looks so much like this piece too. It's fucking weird. Look, look at the piece of the book. Okay, look at my piece that I have in my fucking hand. Okay, I love it because it has like that pretty like if you turn it a certain way, like it turns all different colors. They say it's the light of the aurora borealis in there. Okay, but it really does look like it. I love it. Okay, so kyanite. Okay, kyanite's keywords are inner bridges, psychic ability, connecting with nature, past life recall, telepathy, and empathy. Okay, the element is storm. Okay, and it especially connects to the third eye and the heart chakra. Green kyanite can also open the portals to inner domain. First and most easily, one can enter the realm of the nature spirits and devas. Okay. That's crazy. They be tripping me out, okay? With a bit more experience and willingness to let go, one can reach the casual plane where the archetypes exist and where the great patterns of events are shaped before they manifest in our world, okay? This is what they're saying. You literally can know what the fuck is going to happen before it happens, okay? But you need to be willing to embrace who you truly are, okay, and just get rid of whatever you feel like is wrong about you. Ain't shit wrong about you. You know, that's the biggest part, is accepting you for exactly who you are, being yourself all the time. But in God, and not hurting nobody else, you know, only emitting love, compassion, and help to anyone in need. Okay. But you have to get yourself right. Okay, get yourself together into a certain place before you can help anyone else. So the affirmation for Kyanite is: I cross the inner bridges which lead to my growth, opening to the etheric realms, okay, the world of nature and the land of the heart, okay? And with that, I am done. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video about Doritos, okay? And I hope you have a fabulous, wonderful, and amazing day, and I'll see you later.